But today I wanted to talk a little bit about like who the heck are we and why would we even be someone to talk to about this. So in today's video, we're going to talk about who we are, we being myself, Wendy, and my husband, Curtis. And I'm going to share with you how, 3 years ago, we were in a really bad place, a hopeless place financially. We had $1 million worth of debt and we really saw no way out of that. We thought that we were going to be carrying our debt to our graves. And so, like I said before, we just want to be a place of hope to other parents who want to get out of debt, who want to build wealth, who want to leave a legacy for their children. So stick around for about 6 seconds, and I'll be right back and we'll talk a little further about what we did to get out of most of that debt. All right, everybody, see you in 6 seconds. Well, thank you, everybody. Welcome back to the House of Financial Independence. And if you are new here, welcome to our house. We are glad you're here. As I said before, my name is Wendy, and I am one half of the House of Fi podcast. The other half, my better half, is Curtis, and he doesn't join me on these YouTube videos at this time because it's football season and it's spring ball and it's just taken over his life. So it's just me. But 3 years ago, like I was talking about before, 3 years ago, when we found the financial independence community, we were in about $1 million worth of debt. About 3 years before that, we had adopted our 4 boys. We had 2 biological children, so our house exploded from 4 to 8 in a really short period of time. We had moved from Arizona to California, and so here we were in $1 million worth of debt in one of the highest cost of living cities in the country. I was a lawyer. I was making really good money, but I was miserable. We had all this debt. We had adopted these children that I just wanted to be with. I wanted to be available to them. And frankly, they needed that too. They deserved that. But my income is what was carrying our debt and carrying our expenses. And really, we saw no way out of that situation. And it was that point and place of desperation that caused me to attempt to look for a way out, to Google laptop lifestyles in an attempt to find a way to make income online so that I could support my family. I was the breadwinner. My husband is a teacher, and we all know what teachers get paid, right? And so I just had this burden to find a way to make more money and be home with my kids. And what that led to was me finding the mad scientist online, who is another member of this FIRE community. And my mind was blown. I couldn't believe it. I could not believe that there were people out there saving 50% of their income, and they were people just like us. A lot of them didn't have kids, but they were still making normal incomes and able to save 50% of their salaries. And what it was for me was a switch. And it said to me, if people can do that, then there has to be a way for us to get our spending under control. And so what that did was that catapulted us into just a different mindset about our finances. And so I'm going to try and make this like really, really brief and kind of just more of an overview. So needless to say, after that deep dive and after diving into the financial independence community, we just slashed our budget. We questioned every expense, and I'll link some other videos that we have that kind of go more in depth about how we did that and how we got our financial house in order. But we cut our expenses. We cut our budget by $10,000 a month. That is no joke, $10,000 a month. But it was because of that cutting of our expenses and the paying down of our debt that we were able to pay off a good portion of our debt. And then the final thing that we did was sold our house. We sold our house, paid off the rest of our consumer debt, got rid of the mortgage that was associated with that house, and we cut our debt by $650,000 in addition to the reducing of our expenses by $10,000. And we did that by a lot of different things, by budgeting, by cutting our expenses, by living very frugally, and not sacrificing our life. We have 6 children, and we by no means wanted to ever make them feel like we couldn't have fun or we couldn't do things together. We still wanted to live a joy-filled life. So that's us in a very, very, very short period of time. We started with $1 million in worth in debt. We got rid of $650,000 of it. And what our desire is to help other moms and dads who are maybe in that same place of hopelessness, that they don't see a way out. We are set to retire at age 55, which is now 6 years away. We're going to do that by different means. We're going to be investing a good portion, or we are investing a good portion of our income, about almost 30%, into index funds. And then the other thing that we're doing is investing in real estate to get that positive cash flow. And by those two things together, we will be able to support ourselves at age 55. And if we choose not to, we will not have to work. And that's the goal. Our boys will still be in school then, and we can simply focus on them. I have since been able to retire my law practice as well, which is awesome. And so I feel like I'm rambling right now. I probably am. But anyway, I just wanted to let you know a little bit about who we are, what we're about, who we want to help. And that's the purpose of these videos, is we simply want to help other moms and dads achieve financial independence, even when it feels like there's just no way to do it, because we've been there. We know that. We know what that feels like. All right, guys. Well, thank you for joining us. And if you like this video, please subscribe and ring that bell so that you can get notified when we have new videos come out. And we typically have them out twice a week. So stick around and get those notifications so you get our next video. All right, guys. Take care. Bye.